Hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel, and today we're gonna talk about Regulated City. And I don't really have a plan for today's video. We're just gonna play test the game. I'm just gonna play it. This is a play test session I usually do with my own games, and then that comes up with a bunch of ideas that need improvement. And I'll try to talk a little bit about the stuff that I've been adding in the recent weeks. So let's hop into the game. So right now the demo version comes with only 2 characters unlocked, but for my own, me as a developer, I unlocked Wrecking Ball as well. I've been tweaking his dodge moves. They are pretty cool now, and I think I made my favorite character out of these 3. Before that it was, how did I name her? Optica was my first favorite, but now Wrecking Ball, I think he's a little bit overpowered, so I'm gonna still tweak it a little bit. His dodge move is just... Let me just jump in the game with him and I'll show you. The city map, I'm kind of happy with this. Haven't touched it for weeks or months even. It took a long time to get it up and running in the way I wanted and to look like I wanted to. But yeah, I'm now very happy with it. It shows all the information and it kind of grays out everything that you don't need to know about. So it works. That's pretty much what this mission screen should be about. Then we have the HQ. I'm still not really happy with this or the purpose of it. It's there. I'm just not sure if it has to be there. So I might just completely remove this area. Although I think it could also be a lot of fun if we can actually make this an interesting area to come back to, or maybe train your recruits or team or whatever. I'm not sure. Yeah. Right now it's in the game and it looks fine and interesting, but it has no purpose at all. So maybe I'll just have to kill it and remove it from the game. Anyway, let's go to the crime computer. Yes, you can see now there's a little box above it. I've been adding these little information things, and we actually have one over here. Power generator. I like the comic book style vibe it gives, and it gives information to the player. So yeah. Just a whole bunch of these little things to make the game as clear as possible to players, but also people watching other people play. So this game hopefully will be interesting for streamers. That's been my main focus in recent weeks. So now we have the HQ. The first mission opens up. Let's enter the mission. Let's first take out these guys over here, or let my team handle it. That's pretty much the power or the way you have to learn how to play in this game. Your team can do a lot for you. You don't have to do everything yourself. Just pretty much dictate where they have to go, and they will follow you and they'll get your back. And I've just been working on the sneaking aspects of this game just last couple of days. It's not perfect yet, but I want to have sneaking in there because I think it adds a lot of value and makes the gameplay more interesting. You can go in guns blazing and shoot everything, but you can also sneak around, and that's just if I get it up and running correctly, that is, of course. Like this. It doesn't look the part yet, but you can sneak up and take him out. My main problem right now is my team. My own team was in the way of doing these things. I would be sneaking up to enemies and they would figure, well, why not shoot him? And that's the way I watch movies, action movies. You see people sneak up on things and then you think, why are you not just shooting him? But in this game, I just want to be able to sneak. So now you'll notice that the squad is staying behind while I'm sneaking. Although it's probably not easy or smart to do that with only one guy. I'll switch to my gun and my team rushes in and takes out the rest. Melee actions and gun and ranged weapons actions. There's now a difference. Melee is a risk because you have to get close to the enemy, obviously, but you'll also gain more valuable drops from them. So enemies will drop more money or weapons or bullets or whatever. So it's worth the risk sometimes, and sometimes it's best not to take the risk. But that's up to the player, and I hope that it will be interesting for players to play the way they want. And that would take down another guy, and yeah, that's, I know, good call from my team. That guy was too close to the door. You'll also notice some sounds and voice samples. Having fun with that. Main voice samples of the team are done by me. But I also had a couple of people from the Discord, and if you want to join in and want your voice in the game, drop on the Discord and let me know. I got the lines and how they have to be said and spoken. We now have me, we have Graham, so a South African accent. We have Nathan, another Dutch English accent. Aline, my wife, also spoke a couple of these voices or voice samples. There's still option to add more. It just sounds pretty cool. It's not high quality professional samples, but it sounds more like you're playing with your friends and you hear them talking to you. And I think that's even that's pretty much what I was aiming for. It doesn't have to be slick Electronic Arts level of quality. I'm just an indie game developer solo, and doing this with a buddy, a couple of buddies and a few friends from Discord, and just see what comes out of it. I find playing games and talking to you guys very difficult. That's why I'm not a streamer, I guess. Not that I can't concentrate, but there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, and then I also have to actually play the game. And I also noticed a bunch of things that I just don't like or are not going as they should. And that's been my main problem in recent months. Just so many things that every time when I play a session like this and game a little bit, I just see tiny things that need changing. I noticed somebody was out of bounds outside the walls of the game area. That shouldn't happen. That's obviously a big bug. But I also noticed just tiny things that I shouldn't be bugged about, to be honest, but I am. And like this blob right here underneath, it's at the same location as the door. Easy fix, but again something to put on the to-do list and something that has to be fixed. And I don't get around to the bigger things if I keep focusing on these smaller things. But then again, if I keep adding bigger things, I also probably introduce more smaller little bugs and things that need fixing again. It's game development. That's really what it is. It's part of it, and I know how it works. I've done this before. That doesn't mean it's exactly how I want it to. I think I got all. Yeah, I got all the missions done. I can go to the exit. And we'll take out this one. The dodge move, I have barely shown you the dodge move. Why not? As you can see, the dodge move is a little dash, and then he puts his shield down, and it also damages the player a little bit. The level up screen, also something I've added recently. We got flash grenade, proximity bombs, and a lot more is being added. We got shield types, like simple thing like a trash can bin cover, but also a professional shield and things like that. Weapons will be unlocked through this, and once you unlock it for your game, it will be showing up in the game, and enemies will also be carrying it, and you'll be able to pick it up. So level up stuff is added. Still tweaking all these things to make sure it actually is fun how it works like this, or if it's a weird sentence. Still tweaking things. Everything you see basically is still being tweaked at constantly, day in, day out. But overall, I'm very much enjoying the game. Bottom right, just notice it. There's a little danger meter. I've been tweaking that only yesterday. It's pretty much no, that's a bug. It pretty much shows you how much the enemy is aware of you. Your stealth level. If it's if there's no danger there, like now, you can sneak up on enemies. But if it's full, then, or if that bar is blinking red, then yeah, panic, and you better grab a weapon and make sure your team is near you, because the enemy is coming guns blazing. Sounds, noise, things like that will all trigger that noise or that danger level, and interacting with enemies. Like now, it's turning red, because, well, there's no escaping all this sound we're making. You can just stand still for a little bit, and it will lower itself, and then you can continue your mission. I should make a proper video of this too. I can stream that on the Steam page, also on my to-do list. Just so many things that are part of my to-do list. And so many things that need to be done before we can actually release a game. I only have a few levels in here still. I haven't created many more levels, mostly because I want to add features that will have to pretty much be added to levels. Like obstructions, right now you can break certain walls with dynamite, but we should have obstructions here and there as well that I can do in a level editor. So I need to implement that first before I create a bunch of levels and then have a bunch of features that need new levels or completely change the existing levels. That's just extra work. So that's why I've not been focusing too much on new levels. I just first need to implement a bunch of features. I need to figure out if sneaking is possible, because then we can also design levels for sneaking, or maybe even build in missions that require you to sneak around without having any weapons. Let's take out this guy. Too late, he noticed us, and then we kill him. Alright, we have a power move, like every character. This one also now has a power move. Let's see if we can use it over here by smashing time, wrecking ball. This shouldn't happen. This is one of those bugs I mentioned. I shouldn't be seeing this level. I shouldn't be seeing this level up screen while I'm doing my special move. It should just wait for the special move to be finished. Things like that. And I'll be watching back this video so I can make a note of it. Right now, let's just pick body armor, because why not? I can use some armor. Inventory screen, activate the body armor, and you'll notice we're walking around with some body armor right now. We just lost a guy. Why? How? Where? Did you do that? Did this guy? Okay, move to our extraction point, but we kind of lost. Yeah, there's no way to revive them right now. I might add that as a special option or something. But right now this guy is pretty much lost. We lost him. It's over for him. And that's not a bad thing. We'll just grab a new recruit. Maybe from HQ. That will give it a purpose. Right now I think we lost two guys. We only have one guy walking with us. That's... we only have one mission left. And my sneaking up is still... I should have been able to grab him, but he turns around. There's a little bug somewhere that... The way things like this work in a game is you're pretty much cheating. The AI is aware that the player is there, but it should also be aware that the player is trying to sneak up on you as an AI. So you should actually play stupid and just wait and let the player grab you. That's pretty much what the AI should be doing. But in some cases it still turns around, notices you, and then starts shooting. I have to figure out why that happens and fix it. Let's do this final mission. We got night vision, so we can take out the power. We only got only with one extra guy. This is gonna be difficult, but we'll manage. I hope. Unless we get killed, and I have a shield still, so that's okay. That's not what I was expecting. So many people behind the door. And I could really use a special weapon right now. I should also use my health, because I'm at 2 points and I got a lot of medikits. And this should also, I should be able to use multiple medikits at once and not go back in. So again, something that needs tweaking and perfecting. And that keeps me busy all day as a game developer. It's a great job. Yeah, it's a great job. It's a great job. I should use my dodge move more. I'm not using my dodge move, which is very powerful, and I have it, so why am I not using it? Time is ticking as well, and I need one more intelligence thingy. So let's rush through the level if we can. And this is actually one of the first or the early missions, so this is actually an easy level. There will be stronger enemies and more stronger enemies popping up in later levels, and I still have to balance the difficulty as well, obviously. Although I rarely use all my guys in a first mission, so I'm just blaming this whole recording session and me not focusing enough on the game. Alright, move to extraction point before these guys come in, and done. Mission done, block is done. This is another thing, I already made a note of this. We now completed the mission and we're being thrown back in headquarters, and I first thought that was a very cool idea or a very good idea, because this guy will have new information and hostages will be gathered here. But as a player I want to feel accomplishment. Right now I don't have it until I actually go to the crime computer, and now I get to unlock a new block on the map. This screen should happen first. This gives me a sense of accomplishment. I finish the missions, I get to pick a new building, and I will get to see it on the screen or on the city map that there is progress made. And this stuff should happen first, and then I should be able to go to headquarters. I just have to make it clear to the player that there's something there in headquarters, and right now there's nothing there to do. Maybe we'll be able to train, or maybe I'll give the player skill points so that you can actually spend those skill points in HQ on either yourself or your squad members. That's an option. But anyway, the order of this isn't satisfying as a player. It's just, I finished a block, I completed 3 missions, and nothing happens. But if I do this first, then I will have hopefully that feeling of, alright, I get to pick a new building, place it, this is cool, on to the next mission. So yeah, I think that's I'm not sure how long I've been recording this, but I should probably start wrapping up the video, or this is going to be a very long video. So that's pretty much where we are now with Regulator City. Just a lot of details and tweaking and things. It's I build games using systems, so I build a bunch of systems and then later I start filling in those systems. For example, a weapon system, obvious choice to add in a shooter. That system is now all up and running. I changed it a little bit this week for melee weapons and range weapons to work a little different. You can now pick up a different weapon. It will always, if it's a range weapon, it will always replace your default weapon until you run out of ammo. Then it's thrown away and you grab, or you have your default weapon again. And if it's a melee weapon or a baseball bat like that, your knife will suddenly be gone for a bit, and you will have a baseball bat until it breaks, because every melee weapon has a certain amount of hits it can take or deal. Once it's done, it's gone and your knife is back again. And this it's a different system, but it allows you to just be more free in amount of stuff you pick up and use. And yeah, it's still I have to test it. So far I like it, and then of course once I like it, I'll have to let other people test it and play it and see if they like it. If they don't, I either have a big problem and have to change it, or they have a problem and will not be buying the game. Which brings me to please wishlist my game, check the description below. You can play the demo, and maybe I'll have a new demo up by the time this video goes live, so you can actually try out some of these new things. Steam link is below in the description. Go check out the demo. If you want your voice or want to be one of the voices in the game and think you can do a pretty cool job in return for credits in the game or whatever, drop on the Discord, let me know, come talk to me. I'll have a bunch of lines ready for you to read, and it's all fun. I'm looking for different accents as well. Right now we have a South African, we have 2 Dutch accents. I'm just looking for different accents. If you got an interesting take on doing a voice for these team members and these army type things, let me know, talk to me, come hang out in the Discord and we'll figure it out. And thanks for watching this video. I'll see you next week. Like, subscribe, comment below, all that stuff. Bye.